Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the 4 quadrants of lead generation. So when you think about it, there are, marketing can feel a bit like it's like this soup of all this stuff you have to do. And what I've really found, I spent 4 years doing a marketing degree, and it really whittles down to these 4 things. So let's think about it. When you think about the customers that are out there, or all these people that are out there you could work with, you've got people out there that know you. And then there are also people out there that, believe it or not, don't know you. And there are people out there who know what they want. And there are people out there that don't know what they want, who have no idea. So let's start with the first quadrant. So the first one is there are people out there who know you and they know what they want. So in this quadrant, when you really think about in this quadrant, you've got people out there who know you, you know them, they know what they want, you probably know what they want. In this quadrant, you think about it, what are you going to do? If it's your role to build your practice with this quadrant, what you're going to do is you're going to get on the phone or you're going to email them. So we call this quadrant direct contact. So it means that you have the details of these people, they've expressed interest in what you do. Your role is to be proactive in keeping in contact with them. The second quadrant is, this is where people know what they want, but they don't know you. So if you think about it, these people, so they know what they're after. There's probably 2 things that they're going to do. One is they're probably going to ask around their networks and say, who do you use for X? So who do you use for leadership development? Or who do you use as a photographer? And then if they don't have those networks or they don't know who to ask, they're probably going to do a Google search. So they'll type in photographer Brisbane or, leadership expert Sydney or, mortgage broker Melbourne, whatever the suburb, locations, things like that. So there'll be specific keywords that are related to you being able to turn up in a search result. Now, years ago, it used to be all about SEO and AdWords and all that sort of thing. But this game that we're going to work on is, as you can see, this is actually only one part of the entire marketing mix that you need to be doing. So that's quadrant number 2. Quadrant number 3 is over here. You have people out there who don't know you, and they don't know what they want. So this is like ignorance is bliss. You don't know them, they don't know you, and they don't know what they want. So in other words, let's say, for example, you might be working with, you're working with people who say, you've got a leadership problem. And they go, no, we don't have a leadership problem. We've just got a retention problem because people are leaving. And you're going, so, you've kind of got this group of people who have absolutely no idea that the problems that they have, that you have the solution to those problems. Sometimes they actually don't even realize they have a problem. So it's important to be able to access these people. And so what you need to do in this quadrant, your job is to build awareness in these markets. So you've got to build awareness of who you are. So you have to identify where they hang out. So in this quadrant, it's about they don't know you, you don't know them, and they have no idea that they need your help. So this awareness quadrant often covers things like finding the events where these people hang out, what are the social platforms they hang out, how do I access more people who need this help but perhaps they have no idea. In this quadrant, they're not always ready right now, but our job is to move them over into that direct contact quadrant and get them on the database so that we can keep educating and nurturing them. And the last one is where you have people out there who know you, so they now are connected to you, so they're possibly on LinkedIn or social media, or they're on your newsletter list or something like that. But these are people who know you, but they might not actually understand what you do or that they need your help. So in this quadrant, you've got people out there that know you, but in this quadrant, they don't know that they need your help. So they may be on your database, as I said, and they may be somebody who is, let's say your ideal customer is a female entrepreneur and you're a photographer. They've been on your list, they've seen you speak, but they don't really know that they need your help. They think, oh, yeah, happy for you to go on my list, but I don't really need photos. But it's not till you actually articulate or educate them around your insight and expertise in the gap that's between, your photography and the branding and messaging you're sending. And they go, oh, wow, okay, now I get why I need your help. So what you've got to do to help them get that insight is you have to educate them. This quadrant is all about educating. And that comes up through social media feeds and podcasts and all that sort of stuff, and writing your blog. So in this quadrant, it's quite different. So it's important that you're working across all 4 quadrants. And there may be some activities that come along that perhaps aren't listed here, but it is important that you really stop and think about which quadrant is this in, and is this the best place to start? Direct contact is generally the best place to start, but most of the people I work with, they will generally say, I actually don't have a database. I don't have a list of people who need what I have to offer. So you may have to start over in the awareness quadrant. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through each quadrant, and you're going to be able to identify what are the specific activities that I need to do and get started on undertaking those.